If your photos tend to come out looking a little too yellow or too blue, then it means that your white balance needs to be fixed. My name is Ashley and I'm going to show you 4 ways to fix your white balance in camera, and as a bonus, I'm also going to show you a way to fix it in Lightroom. Now, color temperature is a way to describe how warm or how cool a light source appears to be, and it's measured in degrees Kelvin. Different light sources like fluorescent lights or sunlight or tungsten light bulbs, they all have different color temperatures, and these different temperatures can cause weird color casts on everything in your photo. The goal of white balance is to adjust the colors in your photos so that white objects actually look white and all the other colors in your photos look as close to natural as possible. Auto white balance is the easiest method because you're letting the camera do all the work for you. All you have to do is set it and forget it. Lots of cameras can do a pretty good job of setting the correct white balance when you're on auto white balance, but it's not the best way to get accurate colors, and since it's on auto, it can constantly change from photo to photo, so your colors may look different from photo to photo. If you're just leisurely taking photos, then I guess it's fine, but if you want to have a consistent look to your photos, or if you're in a professional setting, then auto white balance is not the way to go. Your camera has presets that you can select from based on the lighting conditions that you're in. The options are daylight, shade, cloudy, tungsten, fluorescent, and flash. This is actually my least favorite way to set white balance, and to be honest, I've never used it, because when you choose a preset, you're locked into that specific color temperature, and your situation may not exactly match that color temperature, which kind of defeats the purpose. If you're not gonna get white balance anyway, then why are you know what I mean? Now, my favorite method is to manually set the Kelvin temperature myself based on my specific lighting conditions. Now, not every camera has this feature, but if it is available for you, I would encourage you to use it, because in my opinion, it's the only way to set white balance in camera that helps you to kind of start to memorize the different color temperatures of the different light sources that you might be using. Here are some rough guidelines for how to choose a Kelvin temperature based on common lighting scenarios. I would suggest that you start with these values and then manually adjust your Kelvin up or down until you get to a place where your colors look natural and your white objects look like a neutral white. You'll need something white for this. Now, if it's a casual photo shoot, then you can get away with using like a sheet of white paper or something like that. But if you're in a more professional setting, there are products available for you to purchase so that you can get a more accurate white balance for your camera. Now, real quick, I forgot to mention, you do need to make sure that you are in the lighting scenario that you're gonna be shooting in. This is not something where you can set it at home and then take it outdoors somewhere. You have to be under that specific lighting scenario in order for this to work. What you'll need to do is hold the paper up in front of your lens, make sure you're filling the frame, and go ahead and take a shot. And then in the menu, you'll just need to click through to set custom white balance using that shot as your reference shot. Basically, you're telling the camera that underneath this lighting scenario, that object is actually supposed to be white. And your camera takes that information and uses it to adjust the colors. So any photos that you take after that point will use that first shot as a reference shot, and it will automatically adjust the colors in your photos to fix your white balance and make your colors look natural. Another thing to keep in mind is that anytime your lighting condition changes, you'll need to take a new reference shot so that you can fix your white balance again. It's also very important to remember to shoot in RAW, not in JPEG, so that you have way more control over your edits when you're processing your photos in Lightroom or Photoshop or whatever program that you use to edit your photos. You do need to make sure that you take a photo of something white during your photo shoot in order to use this method. When you go into Lightroom, click on the eyedropper tool and then click on the white object in your photo, and Lightroom will automatically fix your white balance for you. You can also apply this change to all of the photos that you select. Now, when you're editing your photos, you are allowed to adjust your colors the way you see fit. You can make changes to your colors if you want to create a certain emotion or tell a story, or even just because it looks dope, because, I mean, you are an artist. It just makes the edit so much easier if you at least start with natural looking colors, and then you can take the edit wherever you want to go. If you're a beginner photographer and this video was helpful to you, then go ahead and click on this one next.